So Tyreek Hill thought the grass would be greener on the other side, but now he's realizing that grass is actually a pile of dirt. Tyreek Hill wants out of Miami. Let's talk about it. If this is your first time on the channel, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. My name is Noah. Let's talk about some football, baby. Let's get into it. Okay, so with the Dolphins being eliminated from the playoffs, this is Tyreek Hill's first time missing the playoffs in his NFL career, losing to the Jets 32-20, ending their season. Thank God the season's over, by the way. I just want to put out there, as a Giants fan, you guys can tell, I'm a Giants fan, all stuff in my room. If you know my videos, huge Giants fan. Thank God the season's over, because finally, the suffering has ended. The pain has ended. I feel like an old dog whose owner finally took him to the vet to be put to sleep, and my pain is now over. I can now rest until next August. What are we doing at third overall pick? I don't know. Video on that coming soon. I'll probably put it up there. Anyways, let's get back on topic. I decided to put that out there. Thank God. Thank you. Oh, thank God the season's over, man. Tyreek Hill is not getting any younger. He is 30 years old now. And when they asked him about his status after the game, because, you know, obviously he's a captain on this team. He is one of the best players on this team. I would argue he is the best player on the Dolphins. They asked him what his message to the team would be during the NFL offseason, and he said, word for word, I don't even know, bro. This is my first time having been in the playoffs. I mean, for me, like I said, man, I just gotta do what's best for me and my family. If that's here or wherever the case may be, I'm going to open the door for myself. I'm opening the door like I'm out, bruh. You heard it here from his own words. Now, whether that is actually what he is thinking or if that is just him in the heat of the moment after a tough loss, people really don't know. He is more than likely going to request a trade, though, in my opinion. Now, there were trade rumors about Tyreek Hill earlier in the season when the Dolphins were playing without Tua and they were struggling a lot on offense, and he kind of seemed to shut them down earlier, saying he preferred to stay with Miami. But now that everything has kind of came to an end, everything has settled down, it seems like he's kind of switching up, and his true intentions and thoughts are starting to come out. Now, this is very interesting because Tyreek Hill is not a free agent. He is under contract with the team up until 2026 because he had a restructured extension. Essentially is worth up to $90 million over 3 years. So, and he did sign before the 2024 season. That's when he signed that. So basically, if he wants to leave, he can't do it on his own. He has to request a trade. Dolphins have to trade him. He's not a free agent. He won't be anytime soon. So, Tyreek Hill, if he wants to be gone, he has to be traded. Now, if he's traded, I'm pretty sure any team in the league will be happy to have him. I think there's this one quarterback named Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs. I feel like he'd be a perfect fit there. Now, realistically, though, if he does go back to the Chiefs, I think that's the best spot for him to go back to. But let's be real here. They've won Super Bowls without him. They can win big games without him. I'm sure when Tyreek Hill left, he was probably thinking, yeah, this team needs me. They don't want to pay me. They'll see. They'll see what they're losing out on. Miami's paying me top dollar. Chiefs didn't want to pay me. And you have to understand, Chiefs didn't want to pay him because, and it's not even that they didn't want to pay him. It's just when you have a team that good, it's hard to pay all those players. So Tyreek Hill leaving, he probably thought, this team needs me. They're going to fill it without me. Now, we all know that didn't happen. Tyreek Hill probably sat and watched as Mahomes didn't stop winning, had a shortage of receivers, and continued to keep hooping. So Tyreek Hill's perspective, he's probably like, shit, I was on this perfect team. I wanted the bag, and I gave up winning. Now, everyone over there in Kansas City is still winning and getting the bag. So I probably should have stayed over there. Now, does he go back to his man that made him who he is, Patrick Mahomes, Mr. Bazooka, Mr. 5K yards? Does he go back to Tyreek Hill? Does Tyreek Hill go back to Mahomes? Or does he go onto a team maybe younger, maybe more looking to rebuild for the future? Now, when you are thinking about potential teams that could take him, one team that pops into my mind is the Titans, because the Titans had the first overall pick. If they want to get a quarterback, Tyreek Hill would be a perfect weapon to add to that offense, to give to that rookie quarterback. But if they don't want a quarterback, they might they might take Tyreek Hill, maybe trade that first overall pick as badly as they need it. Maybe they take Travis Hunter. You have Travis Hunter at DB, Tyreek Hill at receiver, or maybe listen. maybe the Commanders take him. And I know I'm kind of going all over the place. I'm just trying to think potential landing spots. Wherever Tyreek Hill does go, though, it will have to be to a young team that is trying to rebuild very quickly, almost done rebuilding per se. And overall, they just need that spark at wide receiver. Now, why I say the Commanders? Because they obviously have Terry McLaurin, Jamison Crowder, Zach Ertz. But if you give Jaden Daniels a number one like Tyreek Hill, he'll cook like crazy. It's safe to say that Hill would be a little upgrade over Jamison Crowder and Scary Terry, who, by the way, seems to disappear in big moments for some reason. I don't know why. Also worth considering, the Commanders have the third most projected cap space in the NFL for 2025. That is via overthecap.com. So they definitely would have no trouble getting Tyreek Hill on that roster with that $90 million price tag that he comes with. Really quickly, let's backtrack getting Hill back to the Chiefs. What would it take for that to happen? Is it realistic? Can it happen? Let's get into that. So I feel like this is a little more difficult. End of the day, it could still happen. Since Tyreek Hill left, Kansas City has been pretty much fine, almost like they didn't lose him. They've gone through Hollywood. They have DeAndre Hopkins, by the way, both free agents after this year. And after those two guys, you have Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, who I feel like are good pieces to the team. They definitely fit as Kansas City Chiefs. They definitely fit on that team. Now, Tyreek Hill, insane chemistry with Mahomes. You would be good as a veteran presence with Rashee Rice and Worthy. Like I said already, he's really not needed. They already have a fast receiver in Worthy, so maybe having two speedy, smaller guys is kind of more repetitive. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's not the best option to have. Is Tyreek Hill somebody the Chiefs would even want to bring back? Even with that big price tag, like even if that price tag was lower, would they still want to bring it back? I'm sure Andy Reid and Mahomes, I'm sure all those guys love Tyreek, but he's really just not worth it when you consider the value and what you need as a team. I don't think it makes sense for the Chiefs. So I'm going to rule the Chiefs out of this discussion to get Tyreek Hill back. Another potential landing spot, and this one is very, very nasty. I think this could be amazing, is the Patriots taking him to support Drake May. The Patriots did have the first overall pick tied up, but they fell to number 4. I'm pretty sure, listen, Jared Mayo got fired right after the game ended, damn near. I'm pretty sure Jared Mayo knew he was going to get fired as head coach of the Patriots. So he sold the game, won it for some reason. They're playing the Bills, won the game for some reason, just to mess up their draft pick. I'm pretty sure that is what he did. He sold it. He said, you know what? Y'all going to fire me. Fuck you. Have fun with no future. I'm pretty sure that's what he did. I could be wrong, though. But Drake May, if he had a receiver like Tyreek Hill, oh, man, he'd be cooking, bro. He'd be cooking. Drake May, I've said this many times, I'll say it again, I think could be the best quarterback out of last year's class. He is amazing. He needs a coach. He needs to develop, but he is a very talented and smart passer. I think Drake May having Tyreek Hill could be ridiculous. Also worth noting that the Patriots have a league-high $131.7 million in projected cap space for 2025. Also, it's kind of tricky seeing the Dolphins trading Tyreek in their own division, unless the Patriots pay up a lot and give up, who knows, maybe some draft picks for him or something. And Tyreek Hill is getting up there in age, so thinking that Patriots maybe empty the house and empty their whole pockets for Tyreek might be a bit of a long shot. Really quickly, one more team I feel like he can go to, potentially the Packers. Packers struggle at wide receiver at times. Sometimes it's Jordan Love that, listen, I don't want to bag on Jordan Love because I love the guy, no pun intended. Pause, first off, pause. But I don't want to bag on Jordan Love because he's a player I really like. But Tyreek Hill is a player that can definitely help out that offense. They have a good receiving room featuring Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, and Romeo Doubs. But still, although people are going to disagree with me right now and be like, oh, Jaden Reed's a wide receiver 1. There is no clear wide receiver 1. You look at the Bengals. Who's a wide receiver 1? Jamar, obviously, Triple Crown winner. We need to make a video about him, by the way, very soon. You look at the Vikings. Who's wide receiver 1? And Jordan Addison? No. It's Justin Jefferson, baby, Mr. Gritty himself. You look at the Giants, who's wide receiver 1. Is it? No, baby, it's freaking Malik Neighbors. You need one of these wide receiver 1s on offense if you want to be dominant. Also worth noting, the Packers have $62 million in cap space for this upcoming year, so they can definitely afford Tyreek, and I think maybe they have a decent chance because you don't really see Packers too often making huge splash, Woj bomb, league-breaking trades. So potentially the Packers go out and get Tyreek. Something about me, I can see Tyreek in green and yellow. I don't know why, but I just can. And that's all for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. Do you guys think Tyreek Hill will be traded from the Dolphins? Do you think they will force him to play and just keep him? Let me know what you guys think down below. If he gets traded, where do you guys think he will go? Comment down below. Winner gets a surprise if someone guesses this correctly in the comments. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. If you guys want more, go ahead and hit subscribe. Other than that, my name is Noah, and I'm out. Peace.